What's up, guys? We are back with some more Destiny content. Today I'm bringing you a guide on the newest Grandmaster Nightfall, which is the Corrupted. It's kind of like a very difficult one, but with our team composition and following this guide and this walkthrough, I bet you can get through this Grandmaster. It's such a difficult one, but trust me, you can get it done. It's gonna be a bit frustrating at times. It can be time consuming, but you can actually finish it with this. So let's begin first with the actual loadouts. I'm using a Hunter top 3 Night Stalker with Whispering Slap and Darkest Before and 1k voices. On my cloak, using particle deconstruction, as we all know, it's very handy, and also the focusing lens. Then I have the Orpheus Rake as my exotic, and as you can see, the rest of the mods that I have on my gear right there. And now we're gonna be taking a look at Stardust, which is a warlock with the infamous stasis, Whispering Slap, Grid's Keeper, 1k voices as well. So he's using the Hermit, is also using the particle deconstruction, all the mods right there, and his exotic on his gear set is going to be the stack. Obviously, it's very powerful. And the last team member is going to be Taken, which is using the Eye of Soul, Sniper, and then he's using Vex, and he's using Threaded Needle as a heavy. Of his actual exotic gear set, he is using a Aeon Soul, which is going to create heavy ammo breaks on finishers on the actual champions, which is very handy for a activity like this. Obviously, creating those breaks, you know, making sure we isolate those champions. He's gonna go finish them off with a finisher, and then we're all gonna get, the whole team is gonna get heavy ammo. So that's very, very important. So try to isolate some of the champions as much as possible to regain that heavy continuously. He was also using a solar. Obviously, we need the, you know, obviously not the downblade. We need the rift. So he was using the solar subclass as well. And this is the whole run. I'm gonna be explaining through parts of the actual activity, what strategy we're doing. So let's continue with this. Right, so through this stage, what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be fully charging 3 balls. So we're gonna be fully charging them, and we're gonna be leaving them out right next to us, so we can use them later on with the champions that are gonna be spawning with shields. So you can have up to you can have as many as you want. Apparently, if you got more than 3, they actually do disappear. So I would actually recommend you to go and grab 3 of them, have them ready. That should be enough. Maybe you have to get an extra one. I think on this run, we actually have to get an extra one in the end. And we just have the balls ready on the back here. And what we're going to be doing is, firstly, I am going to be, once we start the encounter, I am going to be using my tether first to tether the enemies who spawn at the beginning, all the little scions, and The second person that is gonna be using it, it's gonna be Stardust. Stardust is gonna be doing on the second run. Stardust is going to be using his stasis super and obviously clearing up, because it's very important to clear up the small enemies, the small signs that actually spawn at the beginning, because they are really annoying. And just get rid of them as quick as possible, then throw the balls, and you should be able to just break the shields of the actual champions and just get rid of them. Be careful, they are quite powerful, they can take you down really quickly, but this is basically everything you have to do through this encounter.
Sabotage the elevator.
So for the second encounter, what we're gonna be doing is heading straight onto the right side of the room. And we're gonna be staying on this area right here, as you can see. We're gonna be going around this actual area, and we're not gonna be getting out of here. There's gonna be some enemies coming from the stairs, as you can see there. There's gonna be some arc enemies right here, mostly some void and some solar. Not much, but mostly it's gonna be the arc knights. They are gonna be quite powerful. The boomers, they're gonna be really powerful. Another thing to remember on this stage, is to back out slightly. You know, when you're changing from one room to the other, just remember to go back onto the bottom at the end a little bit, just in case, because sometimes there is one of the ogres, one unstoppable ogre, who just literally spawns right behind you. So I would recommend you to actually just try to stand back slightly. As you're gonna see on this actual gameplay, it's gonna be on the third or fourth phase that we change. There's gonna be an ogre, which is gonna be, if we didn't go back to that that little room underneath the stairs on our side, the ogre was spawning right on top of us, and that would be really, really dangerous. Be careful, there's gonna be some unstoppables coming back to you. And there's the ogre, as you can see right there. The ogre, if we were standing there, this ogre would have killed the entire team. With one hit, he just kills you. So just be very careful and just clear the room, stay safe. Try to have, you know, obviously roaming, you know, the roaming super from the warlock is actually quite good, and the tether for the hunter is gonna become really, really handy over here as well. So just be careful with those phalanx, you know, they're coming, the unstoppables. There's gonna be some unstoppables coming. There is no overload on this area, on this room. So what we're doing right now is just trying to bait them so we can get the heavy back, because we like actually running quite low on heavy. So let's just continue, and I'll be back with you guys on the next phase. For this stage, what we're gonna be doing, we're gonna be standing on this little island just before the middle room where the taking is. So before we go in there, we're just gonna have someone just going and starting the encounter, just jumping over and start the actual encounter. And what we're gonna be doing is just get the enemies, and I am going to be using the tether on the right on the middle room where all the little scions are gonna be spawning to, and there we're just gonna create orbs and just gonna be obviously clearing up the room before we actually take onto the taking. So once you do that, someone goes to grab the ball on the left side, brings it back. You pass it over between your teammates, and once you've done it, you shoot it at the takedown, and you do the most damage you can do in one run. Hopefully, in one go, you can make it go. If not, you will have to do the 2 runs. You will refresh your super. You will refresh, your world. You will refresh your tethering. So it's going to be completely clear. It should be fine to clear this. We ran into a little bit of an issue. I actually ran into a little bit of an issue when I was trying to get across, because the taking actually went too fast. We were expecting the taking to last a little bit longer, and we kind of like got overwhelmed. But luckily my teammates went through and they actually could get to the final stage of the the fight with Sadia, with the Corrupted. So let's continue this. I'll be back with you right at the end.
Watch that debris. She's escaping.
So for the last encounter, we've got to the last final phase of this boss, Sadia. Corrupted. That's actually quite difficult. This is one of the hardest Nightfalls I've experienced. So if we made it to this room, all you have to do before this small island, make sure you stay on the previous small little island so you can clear the small islands. They hurt a lot and they are quite annoying. They start duplicating and they just go crazy. So just make sure you clear those little scions, then you start doing the damage. You do your 2 phases or your 1 phase if you can. Just get ready with all your 1k voices, all the damage that you can put out when you throw the first ball at Sadia. And if you can clear it out in 1 run, that would be perfect. On this run, we couldn't clear it out because I wasn't on the first damage run that we did to Sadia because I was dead. But don't worry if you die on the previous run, because your orb will spawn on this run when you complete the first damage phase to Sadia. So thank you very much, guys. I hope this guide has helped you clearing out Grandmaster Nightfall. Let me know in the comment section down below if you actually cleared this Grandmaster Nightfall. If you haven't, check me out on twitch.tv/LordValGaming. I stream every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. We do Grandmaster Nightfall help. We do trials. We do raids, help with viewers. We try to get the whole community through every single activity on Destiny 2. And remember to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay up to date with everything LordVal Gaming and Destiny content. Until next time.
Why did you save me?